Dance. Remember Dax's ass was fat? Oh, wait, it still is. Hello. Turn around and give Dax big booty a slap. Hey.
Stop objectifying.
Oh, this is the video recording?
Yep. You just objectified me on tape. So the world can know how you live your life, how you treat black women.
1, 2, 3, go. All she needed was some cardboard box boys. All he needed was some cardboard box boys. All they needed was some cardboard box boys. Cardboard box boys. Oh
yeah. Did you ever feel like growing up that you had to sort of like upgrade your fashion?
Well, yeah, I think it starts once you hit that part of puberty when you start putting on the Axe body spray. You know that like middle school-ish? Because you don't, right? Elementary school, you can look any type of way because your parents dress you. That's not on you. So however your outfits look, they don't care. But then middle school. That's a good point. That's what I'm saying. 6th grade is when niggas start being like, whoa, them shoes are OC. Even if they actually clown you if your parents still do dress you if they're dressing you like an old man. So I think 6th grade is when I started caring. What about you?
I think literally the same thing. Well, I think I cared a little bit in like 4th and 5th, but it was more so I cared about how my parents were dressing me. Like my dad used to dress me, and he used to have a pretty good sense of style for the most part.
Yeah, your dad got some good shoes. His shoe game.
I remember I used to. He got me like these like jumpsuits that I thought were like these Adidas jumpsuits that I thought were like the coolest thing. It was like Adidas Tech. I don't even know what it was, but I thought it was so cool. But then 6th grade, I remember I started trying to dress myself, and I thought I used to watch. You remember how Shake It Up? They used to wear like colorful
the light
things.
skin dude.
Yeah, you know how you used to always wear like a sports coat?
Yes.
And like he looked so cool to me. Yeah. So I remember like I used to wear like a sports jacket. Like I asked my dad to get me some. He got me like 4. I used to wear a sports jacket, but I used to have like a t-shirt underneath, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. But I looked back and it was so whack.
Did you get clowned for it?
No, I didn't. But I think it's because everybody, you know, when people say
up with you like that.
Not even that, but you know how people say like nobody's paying attention to you because everyone got their own stuff going on.
Yeah.
I think I looked so bad, but everyone else was also self-conscious, so I didn't have to like really deal with it. But if I went to high school with it, it would have been a whole other thing.
I have 2 things. First thing is yours is better than mine because my dad was a lawyer. You know, my dad. I was dressed like a freaking Muslim selling bean pies. Exactly. Like this was realize selling bean pies. But yeah, I was dressed like that every day up until like 7th grade. But second thing is, this is controversial, but I want to ask, when do you think women start caring about theirs? Unfortunately, because of sexualization of how they get sexualized so young.
Early. Bro, my sister, cared about how she came to school, like, in 3rd grade.
That's so sad.
Yes, it's very early.
No, because I think about it all the time. I'm like, one... You remember we had principals and stuff when they have to tell the little girl like, hey, you have to wear at what did they used to say, finger length? I don't even know if they do that anymore.
Finger length dress. Oh, and like the 3 fingers
spaghetti
on the
straps and shit. Yeah, so I'm like, if that's talked about by principals in elementary school, and then we also as boys, just being completely honest, after like the cheese touch and the girl's touch wears away, we're like, oh, wait, I actually was doing that because I secretly love women. It's like, or girls, because at the point they're girls.
Yeah.
Even though you still like girls.
Hey, you still like boys, so it's all good.
Son of a gun. But I wonder when they're like starting to look at themselves a certain way, starting to be like, oh, let me put on lipstick. I mean, shit, I see kids all the time wearing lipstick and they're literally in like 2nd grade. I'm not trying to say that's right or wrong. I don't want anybody shooting me. But I am saying that to care about that and it not be like from the parents is crazy regardless. Because that's like, when I was a kid, I didn't think, oh, what's the newest Jordans to wear when I was in 3rd grade. I did not think about that stuff. The most I would have thought of is like, a haircut, and maybe a shirt. Like if a shirt was a graphic tee where it said like I'm a cool boy or something.
I cared about. Did you guys have silly bands?
Oh, I used to have silly bands down to here, bro.
I love silly bands. I used to think that I was like an innovator because I tied all my silly bands together and then I tied it around my head and I was like, it's a silly bandana. And I thought I was making history.
I'm glad you didn't freaking kill yourself from
from what?
Like
shame?
No, because you know when stuff is really too tight, you can like die, and that's on your brain.
It's my forehead. Your
That's
skull's
probably why
the
you
hardest
think you're so genius
bone
right
in the
now.
body.
Just,
I was an innovator, man. But I also remember my dad, a bad thing that he got me. He got me like this sleeveless coat that had like fur inside of it, and it was white, and I thought it was the wackest thing ever. My dad was like, "Yo, this is so cool. You got to go to school with it." I was like, "No, it was way better than what I had."
You thought so? You thought it wasn't?
I thought it was whack. I hated it. I thought it was bad. And then it was bad, but it wasn't any worse than what I was already wearing though, and I didn't know that at the time.
I mean, I just think parents dress their and I'm gonna be the same way, just realistically. Parents dress their kids up the way that they wanted to be dressed up as a kid, and two, where they currently are, financial status and how they actually look. So it's like. Yeah. Again, if my parents are a lawyer, which my dad was, I'm dressing more like suit and tie type of joints. Your dad is more like casual. I feel like he wears like the latest sneaker.
Yeah.
So your shoe game is better, but at the same time you're looking kind of like a I don't know, a sneakerhead at such a young age. I don't know how your situation is. I'm talking about what I've seen from other people.
Yeah.
And I think it's unfortunate as a kid, but I feel like I learned this more in college, but you have to develop your own style.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until like we all had like micro realizations in high school, because like I wanted to be the coolest jock and like wear the sports jackets and all that shit, like the jock jackets, all that. But like in college, when you start to learn your true identity, I feel like the first thing that changes is your fashion. Howard girls, bro. All of them start with afros, natural afros. Every single girl I remember from Howard, freshman year, natural afros. They ripped that shit out their head. And I actually loved it because it was the first time I ever really saw that. In my school, nobody rocked the fro.
Interesting.
Like, so many people, it was like just fro. And I was like, what the? And it was like right after freshman week. Freshman week was everybody's like coming out party, it felt like. Like, everybody was like, ooh, I'm super black. No, I'm super black. No, I'm super black. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, oh, for everybody who doesn't know, we went to Howard. So went to HBCU.
They got it.
But yeah, so it was just. That's the first thing that changes. I mean, what do you think changed? What moment changed you fashion-wise in college specifically? And how important was that change to you completely to today?
I feel like I can't really pinpoint it. What I will say, because we were acting majors and stuff, our whole freshman year, we had to wear just plain black clothes all the time. So whenever we were like out, like going to like a bar or something, or eating or chilling out that wasn't just school, everyone in our class used to pop out. And I think it made me realize, like, dang, I cannot dress. Like, I'm wearing bull.
Well, no, that actually helped my outfits of the all black, because it made me start feeling like I need to update. Well, minimalist, but I need to update my black wardrobe, and kind of on some like Cardi vibes, like it's dark, mysterious. But continue.
Yes, that was basically like, I feel like that made me realize that I think I'm still figuring out what I like, because it's like sometimes I like the slim fit kind of thing because I'm a slimmer dude, but I also am realizing I like the cargo baggy sort of thing, and like I like crew necks and like sweatshirts. That's why I have like a lot of sweatshirts that are like
you love that
baggier.
Damn crew neck.
Yeah, the green one.
Jesus Christ,
I love it.
Bro.
It's my favorite. But yeah, I'm still figuring that out for myself. I feel like you have more of a style.
Oh no,
for you.
I had to fart. Sorry, what were you saying?
Why would you go, oh no, the world needs to hear this?
First thought.
Okay.
What were you saying?
I was just saying.
That's embarrassing.
I was just embarrassing. I need the whole world to hear this. But I was just saying that it felt like I'm still figuring out my style now in my adult life, but college was definitely the switch that made me realize I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
What the hell am I doing?
But I feel like you're getting more of like a style.
Yeah, I mean, for me, so I'm bouncing between two. Pause. But
John,
hey, yo, chill. I like two styles.
Okay.
And one of them being is like, I love dressing up, but not all the way so it looks like you're a cool guy. Like, for example, suits without the suit jacket is so fire to me. Like, I love wearing like an all black dress shirt, rolled up the sleeves up to here, watch, chain dangling and I have it buttoned down here. I love that type of vibe because it looks like I care enough to look fly, but I don't care enough about your opinion to have it all the way down. And then I also really like the sportswear. Three things. I also like sportswear of just like what I'm wearing right now, jerseys, all that stuff. And then last but not least, I love like casual wear. I love casual wear. I love like a nice sweatpant that is like dripped out. Like, honestly, the streamers got it on point when it comes to sweats to me because, they invest so much into it because they're not leaving their cribs. So, like, DDG, if you watch his, I've never actually watched a real full live stream of his, but if the clips I see of him, he always has some type of designer sweat outfit, and I'm like, that's low-key lit. So I kind of developed that.
He also really loves how he treated Holly. He looks up to that. So... Didi, that's your man. I feel you.
Thank you so much. I know you were holding that one in. Lies. But yeah,
separates the art from the
I
artist.
really love the way that their outfits look, just like Dax loves the way the Epstein Island looks.
What I will say, not only to interrupt that, but to your point with the streamers, styles that I always liked and looked up to are dancers. I think dancers with like the baggy sort of, it's like chill, comfy.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I always thought that they dressed so cool.
The only problem though is I feel like we're in a space now where sexuality is not determined by how you look or dress. But I feel like back in the days when everybody would look at your outfits, they would automatically assume things. Am I right? Like they'd be like, Prince androgynous, except he's Prince, so he's not because he gets all those. But that's what they would think when they look at people with that outfit.
You just sent me like a picture of Prince.
Oh, bro, he was posing. Yo, he did a selfie with his chaps and his ass out, bro. Like, nah, Prince, bro. Man. But that's what they do. I feel like that was the style. The style. Now I'm saying, you as a man can wear a freaking skirt and nobody will assume anything, but back in the days you wear that, they're like gay and all of that stuff.
That's a good thing, right?
I'm not saying it. When did I say it's a bad thing? He's trying to get me
canceled.
No,
I thought you started out saying, you know what the problem is? I don't know if you said that. I could be misremembering. I wasn't trying to cancel you. I was literally
We'll see if I did. I didn't mean it like that. But I don't think it's a problem. I think it's a difference.
Yeah.
And I think it actually helps real outfits come together because like now you don't have to now when you're dressing masculine it's for a specific reason, not just because you're like I want people to think I'm straight. Now it's literally like, okay, shit, he's going for the James Bond look. Oh, this. Or if you're going for like casual, I love like a short. I love those like when I'm hooping, like short shorts and shit like that. It just feels more freeing and all that. Back in the days, I'm talking like right after the MJ days when it wasn't acceptable to wear short shorts. You didn't wear those, you know?
Speaking of MJ, but not Michael Jordan, the other MJ, also speaking of Prince, Michael Jackson was also a huge influence on my early style.
I could tell.
But like, what? Not
same with college. The allegations of the kids, right?
Okay. Anyway, when I was a child, that's another reason why I like the sports coats. And my parents got me like penny loafers and like I couldn't wear the glove to school, but I had one. Yeah. But like,
did you dress up like him like for Halloween ever?
No, but when I used to do talent shows, I would dress up. I had the hat. I used to dress up like him. But that's the thing. You also can't just walk around looking like Michael Jackson every day. Yeah. So I tried to, mix it with the T-shirt and be, but it just clashed. It just didn't work. But I feel like celebrities get away with dressing different. I mean, part of their artistic
strictly expression. Looking at the artistic expression of Michael Jackson and of Prince and of how they dress, who do you think got more hoes?
Just based off of
appearance,
MJ. I mean, I don't think he
Prince
actually did.
I think Prince.
But I think if I didn't know anything about them and I just looked at fits, I would think MJ.
Bro, I would think Prince. I would
just think
because,
that Prince is more eclectic.
Nah, I would think Prince because the hoes like shit. I need to get something from his wardrobe. Like,
let me go when you was in your closet.
Yeah, for real. I don't know. I feel like our closest homies are like
always
that.
Hanging out. That always grossed me out.
Yeah,
like he always his chest hair.
But girls loved that in the 80s, bro. That was like the thing. Like it was like smoke weed and look crazy. But yeah, so I think with all of that being said, I think style shows your persona and celebrity status. Into this next sketch.
has a little something to do with how celebrity status goes about.
Some days I wake up and I'm Michael Beasley. But some days I wake up and I can't find him.
Well, you know, on Club Shake Shack, we would love to hear about mental health. So, I would love for you to open up about your depression.
Of course, you know, for the past decade, every day I wake up and I'm not happy.
After this one sponsor, Prize Picks, where you can pick your prize. Use code Shannon to get $50 in lineup off of your first $5 in lineup. Gamble your life away. As you will say,
I'm sorry, that threw me all the way off, man.
Come on now, Beasley. You know how it is. You know how we get it. Come on now.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, you know, depression is very real, and it still affects me every day.
I feel like as athletes, we're expected to have this hard persona.
Exactly, but you know, as a man, it can be hard to express our emotions to...
Which brings us to today's sponsor, Bone the Pills. Are you having problems with erectile dysfunction? I know I'm not, Michelle.
Hey, yo!
Use Bone the Pills to stay hard for 36 hours. Shit, I'm hard right now. Stay hard for 72 hours if you use code Shannon. Oh, you have a lot of family members pass away.
Hey, bro, you better chill out.
Okay. Let me just do one more. Manscaped, trim that bush.
No!
Okay. I'm sorry. Let me just hear about your family.
My cousin was like a sister to me. So when she passed, it really felt like a gut punch. I had a game and I fouled out early on purpose just so that I could...
Donkey balls. Wanna get your balls swole like a donkey? Red rum, breadcrumbs, donkey cum. Donkey and 5.
Where do you think the state of music is currently? I mean, like with Drake dropping so long ago, those 3 albums. I mean, first things first.
Can I answer your question?
No. This was a question that was not a question. It's just talking at you, and then gonna ask a question later. All right. I like where music is at in regards to the artist taking over. Like, I don't know if you knew this, but Drake dropped those 3 albums because that was the last albums on the slate for his...
You don't have to mansplain that to me, yes, to get out of his
deal. But this is the thing. Drake is Drake, and he's doing this.
Yeah.
Back in the days, it was like more... Like, the more independent was like the, you know... Like, even up till, like, recently... Independent was like Young Boy, where it's like they're big, but they're mainstream, but they're not like A-list mainstream. Like when I think of A-list, I think of Ariana Grande, Drake.
Kendrick.
Okay. Things of that nature, people of that nature.
Yeah.
Drake. If they're starting to do this whole independent thing and not needing a deal, where is the state of music going to be? Is that good? Is that bad? That's like, think about it from an acting perspective. It's like an actor without an agent.
I think it's great.
Is it cutting out the middleman type of vibe?
It's the artist taking control of their art and distribution, you know? And
yes,
production a little bit.
Agreed, but I don't know if I'll sound like a capitalist or not. We're just spitballing here. What about all the thousands of lives that are going to be cooked now of the middleman? Because those corporations, the Warner Brothers groups, those things, they're like, that's a lot of people.
I don't know. Back in the day when people made calls on telephones, you had to like call the operating service and they had to like switch on the freaking thing and hook up something to call somebody. And now they all lost their jobs. But I feel like life just adapts without the middleman sometimes.
Well, now that you say that, what about when we talk about like AI? Like when the artists use AI to help distribute their music, when that becomes a thing, when you don't need the middleman. Think about like for example, DistroKid.
I think
where it's like that used to be manual people going to the different radio stations or platforms or wherever to get it, and now it's a system. What about when you don't need a human for the system? And it's artists doing the real art.
Okay,
but to get there, we're using like AI, like non-real
like
people.
mechanical distribution systems and stuff.
Where do we get to where it's like kind of like fraud upon. Like,
to me, the only thing that matters in the art, maybe for other things, this would matter more. But for me, if the artist is making their art and distributing their art to people as they please and people can access it, I feel like that's the only thing that really matters. I don't think it'll only be frowned upon when the art is affected, which is what we are seeing now.
but I don't agree with that, because at the same time, or at least maybe playing devil's advocate, I am of the strong opinion that art and business coincide with each other in every field of every endeavor. I think art, and I'm not saying all types of business, I'm just saying the element of people that don't do the art but doing the money for the art, and people that do the art are great hand in hand when they're done properly.
Okay.
When you eliminate that business perspective of it, and it's just an artist being a conglomerate, because we're all, let's say, I think that takes away from systems. First, do you believe in systems like checks and balances and all that stuff, like systems?
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't that take away from the systems? Because now the audience can be directly to said artist, versus back in the days it was this record label has these 5 artists under it. Now that 5th artist that isn't seen as much, now they can, because of Lil Wayne being so as big as he is, now this 5th artist can also get some clout.
But I also think, it's a thing that we need to see. But while I do believe in like checks and balances and stuff, it's like at the same time, we don't know what the effects of what's happening now, if it will degrade anything. Because I feel like right now we live in a time, and even before, it may have even been more of this, but where it was very easy, and it's still very easy for labels to exploit people. Because if they have the means, and it's like, we can get your art out there, but you got to give us everything. And then after that, I have a homie that like supposedly, because it's so exploitative, I don't even know if it's like true. I don't know if I'm making this up, but I don't think I am. My homie got like signed to like Atlantic Records, got immediately shelved. Has no music career at all anymore. This was like years ago. No. Okay. This is like somebody back from my high school. But it's like, it feels like getting signed used to be such like a huge deal. Like, oh, I got signed. But now I feel like if the power's in the artist's hands, then it's like more power to the artist. The only balance that I have to that, where I'm like, this might be a good point, is as someone that likes listening to art, is I love how I can just go on YouTube and go on Spotify or whatever and just listen to it. I mean, Spotify, technically, it isn't free, but on YouTube, it is. I got to watch an ad or whatever. I know as an artist, I hate how we make like 0.001 penny off of a stream. And so I know it might be harder for certain listeners to access art if you got to like go back to like paying for it. But also maybe that's a return to how things used to be, where you had to pay for like a hard copy.
But I also think on the contrary that the rollout process used to be more entertaining to me. I liked that every single person, you couldn't access every single person's art. I liked that to some degree, because it was like, okay, MTV's on, now we have to sit down and watch these music videos. But now it's like, I go on Instagram, swipe up, it's millions, and I mean millions of artists, and it
sort of devalues it a little.
100%. So it's like the music isn't like, I'm not sitting down to listen to this whole album. I caught myself with the Drake album skipping certain songs sometimes because like, this isn't the vibe. And I'm like, wait, whoa, I've never done
fair. No, that's okay.
It's not.
No, for anybody else though, that's crazy.
For Drake. But I've never caught myself doing that until this. And I'm realizing because there's so much music now. Yeah. Drake just dropped 3 albums. I know why he did it, but that's still crazy that he dropped 3 albums.
That's also another thing with the devaluing thing in albums, is like, I feel like these days, I hear that an artist went platinum, I'm like, wow, cool. But they did not go platinum the way Michael Jackson went platinum, bro. Like, Michael Jackson had to sell CDs and vinyls. People had to go out to the store.
Yeah, but again, isn't that what makes him more lit? Because when we think about the devaluing, it's because it's so accessible now versus back then. Michael Jackson literally had to be a GOAT. I typed up on ChatGPT who the 5 most iconic figures were. It was like Jesus,
Michael
Muhammad.
Jackson.
No, it said Muhammad, not Muhammad Ali. Muhammad, God,
Prophet Muhammad.
Michael Jackson. And it was like in that order. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that's the
That is
only
pretty crazy.
100% living creature that we 100% know was living.
Yeah.
That is like that iconic. And
Yeah.
it's like, Jesus was another one.
Yeah.
Like,
But
it's crazy.
I will say with the devaluation of music now, I don't know if we could, at least in music, I don't think we could ever have that because the game is so oversaturated and music is so accessible that it feels, even if the music is pristine, it feels cheaper because I can just go, put on my little headphones, look
Yeah.
up the video on YouTube, critique it, do
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Versus if you wanted, like I saw this somewhere, that like, we've probably talked about this, that if you wanted to go out of your way to critique an album, even if I am a Drake hater, if I wanted to critique Drake, I had to go out of my way, buy a Drake CD or a vinyl, pop it in, listen to it on my Walkman or my record
And that's
player.
why there's so many less haters. That's why there were so many less haters because
They didn't have
you have
time
to
to
pay.
hate.
Yeah, you
I
have to
gotta
pay.
I got a job. I gotta go to the store and
you have to
buy
pay
vinyl.
to hate. Like you really gotta hate. Like now you can freely hate.
Yeah.
But I also I think that's why I kind of prefer the back in the days thing because again I don't know if we would know a Michael Jackson if it has in the face this go around because it's kind of like there's so many talented people obviously.
Here's another one.
Yeah, like for example Charlie Puth. I love Charlie Puth. I think he's amazing at like how intricate he gets musically and how he does everything himself, kind of on some Prince vibes. But people don't really talk about Charlie Puth like that because they're like, there's probably plenty of people that do all this. They don't think that much about it. They don't think it like Prince. They think back then because there were so few of Princes and it was so hard to get on, period. They were like, oh, this is one of a kind. He can do this, he can do this. But really, there were probably a lot of people that could do what Prince did, not as good as he did.
No.
But a lot of people could have done what he did, and that kind of would have overshadowed how legendary it was.
I think that I completely agree with you. I don't want to say that we need gatekeepers again. I like people having the chance to do stuff. But I also think so many people are so talented. Our favorite actors, comedians, musicians are people that we have been exposed to and we know.
Yeah.
Could be someone down the street that is literally just as talented as all of these people. Yeah. There's an actor, we live in LA. There's probably an actor literally a block away as talented as Denzel, and we will never know. Someone could tell us like, yo, this person's like Denzel.
They're like,
Sure
he
but
is,
it's like,
buddy.
bro, people are talented. But now it's like, the game is so diluted, it's harder to appreciate good talent,
and
which
I
agree.
That's a good and a bad thing because it's a good thing of like the ones who were Denzel who didn't have the name Denzel can be discovered, but the downfall of it is there are so many of them that you can watch one and you're like, nah, whatever. I just saw that type of person like two blocks down. But I say all that to say that I think it is getting a little rough and times are getting a little challenging music-wise with all of that. Speaking of times getting challenging, it kind of reminds me of a time when we were all locked down to actually sit down and be focused and listen to certain music. Because like I remember during COVID when whose album was it that dropped and we were both listening to it and we like critiqued it together.
Was it Drake? Was it Dark Lane Demos?
No, it wasn't. Was it the Migos? No.
No.
Was it the Baby? I don't remember who it was. Somebody had an album and we both
Baby was
like
dropping a lot.
We both sat. I know for me, Travis Scott's what was the one that dropped during that?
During COVID?
Yeah, it was the song. Nigga, the cops outside. Scott.
Oh, Jack Boys.
And they had a whole concert on Fortnite. Remember that?
Was it no, Kanye wasn't COVID. Was it?
I forgot
when he did that 7 album. No, that definitely wasn't COVID. Never mind.
That wasn't COVID. There was an album that dropped during COVID and we critiqued it. It was a big album. Well, I do remember Drake dropping the Lil Baby song, that album, the one with Lil Baby. Or was it an EP? Something. Remember Lil Baby, Once It Needs was on it?
Once It Needs.
The
care package? No.
It was a weird, like, bluish thing. You guys tell us in the comments. But whatever that project was, yes, I think it would have been popping even if COVID wasn't going on. But because I had to sit down, it kind of made it back to old times where we really had to lock in and listen to the art, watch the art. And we had all the time in the world to do it. I remember I was watching On My Block. Like, and I thought that shit was amazing. Yeah. All American. But like now we're like, again, we're in a cycle of like, it's so much stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think COVID, that was just a crazy time, dude.
It was.
Like, I remember when we heard about it during college, like we were just hearing little rumors about it, and it was like, oh man, are we gonna have to leave? No, we don't gotta leave. We're good. It's not
I remember
over
we
here.
were literally texting each other, talking about what our professors were saying. Like I remember, I was in Steps class, and they were like, we all got emails during the class talking about that we were gonna have that we. Oh, I don't even know if you remember this, bro. The day before we got these emails and all that stuff. Of we're gonna have to evacuate. Yeah. I went on Instagram. Chris Brown posted this thing. I don't know if you remember. I sent it to you, and you thought it was conspiracy theory type of vibes.
His favorite singer and favorite person, by the way.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry, but what
no, it's not. Chris Brown. He put on his Instagram. Mm-hmm. It was like a private recording, it was like a voice memo of this lady who claimed to be from the government, saying that like COVID is like a breakthrough in history of just like the worst disease,
pandemic or whatever.
Yeah, pandemic, and we're all going to be on lockdown and buy everything you can. We're going to be on lockdown for like the next couple of months. And that was the first time I heard it. I sent it to everybody. I was all scared. You know how people are always like, yeah, right. Like it's the same thing with like right now, like monkeypox and everything.
I know for sure. I was like, all right, John, relax.
Literally. And I didn't obviously think like, oh, it's terrible. Yeah. But I thought this is scary because he posted this, and then right after the NBA did the little the last game lockdown, and I was like, okay, why is this like 2 hours after Chris Brown posted this? And then the next day we get the email.
I feel like I even remember our teacher, like before that email, like Professor Bay, saying, like talking to us and saying, like, you guys need to be careful. This is serious.
Yeah.
Wear your mask. I don't even know if we had the mask yet.
Yeah.
But I know that I remember we got that email. We had to ship out. They said you can come back at a later date to get all your stuff from your dorm.
Yeah.
Because we had to leave in like 3 days' notice. Mm-hmm. So
but they said it was going to be like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we were like, oh, we'll be back. Because it was like around the break. So we were like, after spring break, maybe we'll get longest spring break. Whoa, look at us. Then we were still gone. And then like a month later, I had to go back, drive up to DC with my dad in like a rental. It was like a really good bonding trip.
From Atlanta?
From Charlotte.
From Charlotte. I always forget.
It's not the same place, guys. He thinks it's the same place. But yeah, all the way from Charlotte. I had to have a rental truck, get all the stuff out the CHS dorm, come back. But then I was like, you know what? Sophomore ended like that. It's all right. Junior year is gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
And then
this was our prime years, guys.
Bro, it was, bro. Junior year. That was such a bummer.
Yeah.
Junior year was COVID. I mean, we're complaining, but freaking seniors.
Oh my gosh, bro! If I had to get my cap and gown on freaking Zoom, hell to the nizzle.
Congratulations, you graduated. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're lagging.
That's terrible. I mean, bro. And the funny thing. I don't know if you can want me sharing this, but like you was a max senior year. Senior year, this guy got a lot of play. So I'm like, bro, imagine him if he had a year of training junior year.
That would have done wonders.
Oh, he would have been in his high body count.
And then even relax. But even for you too, if you would have gotten the pledge earlier, because you didn't get the pledge till senior year.
Facts,
bro, when he pledged, it's Kappa Bubble, I hope you don't mind. It's not a secret. Bro, when he pledged, they were just throwing may I? This was back in his day. This is way back in the day. We're how many years out of college? Like 4? So like they were throwing the panties at him. I'm not saying he was taking them all, but they were doing it. He literally put in no work. It was insane. And he only got to experience that for like the last like 4 months of school. Imagine if you would have had the whole 2 years. You're good now. You don't need all that. But I'm just like that's something I genuinely think about.
Baby, this was old me.
This is the old.
But yeah, you son of a gun.
I wasn't even trying to. I was literally relating it to what you said.
I don't know if you knew this, but I think I told you this. One thing during COVID that I really enjoyed about you and brought us closer was are Fortnite battles.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
I used to look forward to that. I would work because my dad made me get a job during COVID, which I'm
that's
still pissed
so
about.
crazy about
I had to work at a restaurant during COVID because he thought I was just a bum on the couch. No, guys, I'm literally like freaking in college, but I have to do it on the couch.
I was an essential worker. I was door dashing.
Yeah. Whatever that means. But yeah, so I remember I used to have to grind at the restaurant. People were doing social distancing, but it was still packed because people wanted to freaking, as soon as the Governor Hogan in Maryland let people go back indoors, bro, they were wreaking havoc. But I would go from a long ass shift to playing Fortnite with him, and while we couldn't necessarily see each other, I was able to tell him all about my day while we were, while he was getting sniped and getting one-shotted. I was able to tell him,
And he was able to like really rant to me about his day when I had to revive him because he had nothing better to do because he had been died. I had to go to the truck.
I could say something else, but I'm not gonna do.
About Fortnite?
No, about something else you put me on to. BH. That's all we're gonna stop at. But
I don't know what he's talking about. Keep it pushing.
if you want to know,
Keep it
just
pushing,
DM
keep it
me.
pushing, keep it pushing.
I got
keep it
you.
pushing, keep it pushing.
But yeah. So I think COVID was such a big thing, and what it makes me think about is like how President Trump. I'm calling him President Trump. I don't know.
That's your president? That's your president.
yeah. As Mr. Trump, that was his big life-altering thing. I feel like every president has something they have to go through. His was that.
Yeah.
What was Obama's was freaking
the housing crisis.
Yeah, housing crisis.
I guess Biden's was also sort of COVID too.
Yeah, but he kind of gets the praise for it because it's like he was the reason why.
I mean, they both got blame. I feel like because
What did he really get blamed?
because he got elected our junior year.
Yeah, but what did he get? I feel like it wasn't really blame on him. It was blame on Trump, and then it was like
But then
clean up.
They
That's what he kinda
blamed him on some you're keeping people inside when we need to keep the economy
I feel like it was
going.
Obama getting, and I'm not saying nothing about it being bad, by the way. But I feel like it's kind of like how Obama got the praise of like the what war?
Iraq.
The Iraq war. Like he gets the praise of getting the troops out. Mm-hmm. I feel like there are presidents that have the struggle of it going down, and typically those are the presidents that didn't do too good. But then the good presidents have the you know what I mean? You know what I'm
do.
saying, right? Can you say it better?
Well,
I feel like I'm not saying it the right way.
You're saying that certain presidents will end up sort of taking the flack when something crazy is happening during their term, and then when it gets better, the next president looks better.
Period.
But I will say, while we're talking about presidents, I've been thinking about this since I forget if it was our last podcast episode or the one before that. We were talking about presidents and our favorite presidents, and I want to set the record straight.
I think
I still
his
put Obama.
favorite
Stop it! No,
president-
stop it! You're about to say some BS.
He said Trump the other night.
Oh
I don't
my
know if it
God.
still is.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
I did not.
My
No,
bad.
I'm not yes-anding that. FDR. I think that was a great president. Great New Deal. I think that, other than Obama, I think that's my other favorite. FDR.
Mine is Obama.
Because he
obviously,
the New Deal. I think that was a pretty big gosh darn deal, especially after the Great Depression.
mine is Obama.
Buffs.
Outside of what he did with the Michigan,
drones
with the
and-
Michigan water and the drones, that was petty, bro. When he drank the little.
You thought that was hilarious. I remember you sent that to me. You were like, yo, that's my president. If you guys haven't seen it, he basically drinks some Michigan Flint water.
yeah.
He's like,
But he's not
even a
really
big deal. He's
drinking
like,
it.
it's
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
big deal.
You know what that
See?
gives? You know what that gave when Obama drank that?
What?
It gave this whole crisis of the McDonald's guy eating the cheeseburger. It's like this is amazing cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But I think I say all of that to say that there are so many life-altering things that presidents go through that we go through, and this next skit
it's
is
about
another
one of
one.
those.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police.
I think it's the sound of the beast after.
I don't know the lyrics.
It's really exciting for me to be here. I want to thank Miss Daniels for being a teacher. I want to thank Gwen for being a principal. And I want to thank you all for practicing reading so much. It's really important.
I have a great American classic for y'all today. Dr. Seuss. One fish, two fish. Red fish, blue fish.
President. Bad news. The McRib has officially been taken off the McDonald's menu. And the fishing plate. I'm so sorry.
Hi, folks. I'm sorry I gotta do this on such short notice, but I have to leave. Something very, very urgent has come up.
Is all of life as we know it ruined?
Maybe a little one. It may be. This is a catastrophe.
No, boss, a damn shame.
How's our little plane situation going?
Perfect, boss. Just as we planned.
Folks, shizzle my nizzle.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, share, love, connect.
For shizzle my nizzle.
I muted myself anyway.
1, 2, 3, go. All she needed was some cardboard box boys. All he needed was some cardboard box boys. All they needed was some cardboard box boys. Cardboard box boys. Oh yeah.